Hey guys, BG Bricks here, and today we're going to be taking a look at set number 40675, Commander Cody BrickHead. This set was an absolute blast to build. I think that it is one of the best BrickHeads that has been released by LEGO so far. I'm not a big fan of these, but this one really struck it out of the park for me. I think that with all the printed tiles, as well as just the heavy detail they did on the face, it couldn't really be better. I think they also did a wonderful job with the attachments. I mean, the hologram itself is a pretty cool piece, but I wish they had have included an actual 3D mold of the Palpatine hologram like they did in the old ISD. But that's just nitpicking, and I think that the set itself does great without it. And honestly, I really hope to see more of these clones in the future. I think a Phase 1, just grunt variant would be amazing. Possibly a Phase 2 Shock, possibly even a Rex. I mean, the possibilities are really just up in the air, and I hope this sells well so we see more, because these would look great right next to the helmet series, and not to mention displaying the fig, the helmet, and the brickhead would be a pretty neat piece to have on your LEGO collection. The one thing that I am slightly disappointed about here too is that there's no inhibitor chip in their brain. I think that LEGO could have done really well by including just a small 1x1 stud just to mimic that, but I understand why. The brain is just the simple part of the brickhead that they do for everything, but they really had the ability to try and experiment with something there. I personally would have done that different. I possibly might even modify that, but at the same time, you'll never see it, so it's really just in there for your own imagination. But on the one side, too, I think that in all, with the figure, we could possibly even see some new trooper variants, possibly a new stormtrooper. I would love to see a death trooper, and with the new Thrawn, the Battle of Peridia, that could be a wonderful thing to do, like a Thrawn, an Ahsoka, an Ezra, Sabine, possibly the Marok. We could even maybe see some different figures like the Stormtroopers, the Night Sister variant. And that would be really, really interesting. I think the Red Wraps doing that in a printed tile version would be a interesting thing to have, and would be a great addition to anybody's collection of brickheads. I currently have the Endor ones, and those themselves I think are a neat set. The episode 1 series I didn't really care for, but I can understand the appeal, especially with Jar Jar. But I don't know. I think that as a collector, more troopers, everyone loves them. People have a hard time buying mainstay characters because they look kind of weird, and since the brickheads are so simplistic, a lot of the normal figures just come out looking plain. And I think a good way for them to fix that would be by doing troopers. Plus, how many people would army build them? And I mean, LEGO would be missing out on tons of money if they decided not to go down that route, but I digress. That is up to them. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, though. I don't know, like, would you guys like to see more trooper variants? Would you guys like to see more characters, Jedi, Sith? I mean, the Inquisitors, I think, would be a great set to do, because, I mean, the Grand Inquisitor is a simple design, red eyes. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. Plus, you would get an easy way to get the Inquisitor lightsaber handle, which would bring the price down on that. I think that would be a pretty interesting thing to see. And yeah, I mean, truly, we're at a nice point right now with the new August drops that just came out. I think that it's probably some of the best that you can ever get for LEGO, and the ability to have different LEGO products on the shelves right now. I mean, currently we have the Clone Troopers, and we have the Ghost, we have the Falcons, 3 of them now. We have, I mean, a gunship, an ATTE, an ATAT. We have an Imperial Star Destroyer rivaling with a UCS Venator. I mean, it's just insane. What else could we ask for in a year? Obviously, not everyone's pleased with the way some figures turned out and some selections and some prices, but really, I mean, this is one of the best years for collectors, and I think that, I know for me, it's burning a hole in my pocket. For you guys, I hope that everything's staying good. I really hope that we do see more. I really hope that next year we're supposed to get an ARC 170. That will be insane. I mean, that's one of the coolest ships, and we haven't seen that in how many years. I would personally love one for my collection. Maybe that will have a Commander Bly, and that might be just an amazing fig or a horrible fig, depending on how they do it, but you know Lego, so it could just be one or the other. I'm hoping it's gonna be great, or at least get some cool pilots, possibly new Phase 2 variants, Clone Wars style, or the original style of the Episode 3 pilots. Again, anything is better than nothing, and that will be a cool piece to have on display. And for UCS sets, the Jabba's Sail Barge, I want to touch more on that in my next video that I'll be doing, which is set 4088, the Jabba's Palace, the original one. And that set, I do want to talk more about the new Sail Barge coming out, because that is a set I really want to get, but I'm not sure on the quality of it. Again, next video, we'll cover that, Jabba's Palace, the 2012 Jabba's Palace, Boba Fett's Palace. I want to talk about the controversy surrounding that set. And I think that right here, I want to look at something. The wands that are used in this set, I think, is a phenomenal parts use. The wands are used on the antennae for Commander Cody, and really, that's one of the only times I've seen them used in another setting. The space station in the new Lego City Space line uses them on a satellite to do the focusing dish, and I'm not sure if the new Dark Millennium Falcon does the same on its laser, but that would be neat. I'm really glad to see that we're getting these in more sets, because I think they're really versatile, especially just for doing plant pieces on mocks, walking canes, I mean, sticks and trees. You can really just name anything. It's a small stick piece that clips in, and I think that is awesome. The scrap bit in the middle is kind of useless, but, you know, some people like to keep that stuff. I don't. I throw that out. Not with boxes. I keep those. Unfortunately, I am a box hoarder for most sets. Some things I throw out, but that's, you know, that's debatable. But I hope you guys like this set, and let me know in the comments. This is my first time doing a video, so keep me posted. I will be posting another one, the Jabba's Palace, the original one. Stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in for my first ever video, and be sure to drop a subscribe and a like, please. And yeah, bye-bye.